work. The rock's shorter than you expected, or the run-up's not as good.
Finálových jazd druhej z kategórií dnešného programu Elitman 26 palcových bicyklov.
Jack's very meticulous the way he looks at sections, studies every little bit.
No a vo finále sa zišla skutočná elita tejto kategórii.
I can show the cleaning of the dust off.
On the screen we see on the right Borja Conejos, who's competing in a 20-inch final coming up later. Already they'll be watching the 26-inch boys going through the section. What is actually, Robin, while we have a bit of time, what is the major difference between 20-inch and 26-inch in these sections?
I think a lot depends on the section itself. The bigger moves, the ones you can get some room at, the 26-inch definitely goes up better. There can be, though, tight, small lines that physically is too small for the 26-inch.
We've got Janas into the section. We'll be seeing a lot more bigger moves from the boys going from now on.
That was a nice move straight to back wheel. Looks like he's going to use the same rock again, is he? Or is it a run-up? Using the same rock, but obviously not going through the gate. If you go through a gate, you've already been awarded the points for. If you go through that again in either direction, it's an instant 5. Very nice. So that saved having a run up at the second large rock, going from the first one and going for the gap.
Using that rock again to go to rock number 3. Only misses the front wheel.
Quite technical there to get on the back wheel in the right place on an angled rock and use that as a launch pad for the next move.
Not happy with that.
No, it looked like he tried to lower the front to bridge the gap, but he misjudged it. Here's Oliver.
Youngest in the 26-inch field, just 20 years old.
Yeah, only 20, but he's had a lot of experience. A few World Cup finals under his belt. Oh, very nice. Holds it on there. Saves some time.
Oh, he's already going a lot quicker there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's managed to hold it on the rock he lands on. Very good. Confident there in the back that the back tire was going to grip on the camber of that rock.
Oliver won the German Championship a few weeks ago, which was actually only his first competition of the season, so this is only his second one. So he'll take this one as a confidence booster for the World Championships coming up in a few weeks. Trying to really see where he's at. Having a look at that massive rock in front of him, having to go over that. Yes. That's great balance. There's not much room there to move.
No, that showed an advantage of the 26-inch. Being so the wheels are so big and the bottom bracket so high, the inner side of the wheels are so close together, you can often just bridge on top of a rock. A 20-inch would have been touching there.
He had a dab there. We got count on the dab.
Gonna run out of time.
Exactly. So he scores 30 in that section. Just getting the explanation from the observer.
Whole world is watching this event from Poprad
our viewers will straight away notice the difference level, or the difference in level that these guys are doing compared to the ladies.
Že v rámci YouTubeového kanálu Slovenského zväzu cyklistiky máme exkluzívny komentár.
And being an hors classement event, these sections are pretty close to what World Cup level is.
Yeah.
So this is, well, pretty much the most difficult they'll face. Coming up next, Tom Blazer.
I would think Tom will be happy finishing third in qualification. Not often does he get in front of Oliver. Same line as Oliver. And again. Certainly a time advantage to be gained doing those lines there.
And he's quick.
Into the hook and then straight to back. Very nice. Again, a different line here just to save a little bit of time.
Just missed that point there. So difficult to find his balance to get going for that next rock.
Yeah, it looks like a very small takeoff point.
He made that work. He was quick on that. Kind of wrong. He slid off. Already at the takeoff point, it looked a bit like he was rushing that one.
Yeah, he wasn't comfortable on the back wheel on that point. I don't know what kind of things Tom normally rides on, but some people are a lot more comfortable lining up on rocks because they practice natural sections. A lot of people just practice at trials parks on big square edges, and it's easy. There's more room for them to line up. But these rocks, you need to be inch perfect. Not just forwards and backwards, but sideways as well.
Nicolas Vallée, French champion. Multiple World Cup winner. He's been number one in the rankings. So he's one to watch. And he's always very impressive on the big stuff. Such power in the legs, in the body. Such a strong rider.
Made light work of that move there.
He knows that Jack is coming, riding the section straight after him. He'll know he needs to take big points straight away and put a bit of pressure on Jack.
Looks like he's taking a different line here. He's eyeing up to go straight from where he is onto the big rock.
He's changed his mind there quite quickly.
Yeah. Charge better of it. Would have saved some time, of course, but I'm not sure that moves on. He was a lot more comfortable there on the back wheel, lining up. Good balance.
That was a great move. Great ride. That's 3 gates so far. Just not much, so much time more to go in this section for him. He'll need to get a move on. Yes.
You really need to motor now. 15 seconds, 10 seconds now.
4 gates, 2 more to go. Seems like he's found that next gear. Stepping off.
Not enough time to have a go at the last gate. 50 points, best ride so far, but that's given Jack the opportunity to get an advantage on the first section.
Well, we've got a nice... The scoring in the section is very nice, going into crescendo, going from 10, 20, 30, 40, and then Nico scoring 40. So that means that Jack, if he scores 50, it will be putting him in the lead. Now we see
no.
Jack has put the motor on straight away from the beginning.
Yeah, already you can see Jack doesn't mess about in sections. He's so fast. He saves a lot of time lining up.
That was an impressive beginning.
Even just lining up there, so quick.
Looks like he's eyeing up that left line again as well.
Yeah. Setting up from a slightly different position to Nico, though.
Bit more to the right. Making sure he doesn't... Oh, that was impressive.
Very nice.
Just making sure he didn't hit that marker there. He saved himself a lot of time. And he's up there as well.
Yeah, so at least 15 seconds, 20 seconds in front of where Nico was.
Two more gates to go.
Time. Yeah.
Oh, he's putting down the hammer.
Wow. More than 30 seconds.
Easy.
Beautiful move to front wheel.
He's already on 50. One more gate to go. 20 seconds. So strong. Incredible.
So much power there.
One more gate to finish off the section. 10 seconds to go. Three,
Time.
1. Did he score maximum for that? Or was he out of time? That was totally on the edge there.
I'm not sure whether he got that last gate on time or not.
It looks like he got 50 for that section and not 60. Either way, it was a super impressive ride. I think the others already know what's happening in this trial. If they want to have any chance of winning this one, they need to really step it up 3 levels. Yeah, they've awarded Jack 50 points for that section, so he must have been out of time on that last bit.
Yeah, missed out by a few seconds. He seemed to rush this gate. That actually ended up losing him some time because he had to go again.
Straight into section number 2 with Yanis.
Another rock section. You can see the difference straight away when you compare Yanis here with how Jack rides. In between the gates, there's a difference in speed.
And for motorcycle people watching this event, there is no one line through a section like they have in motorcycle trials, so they can go wherever they want, really, between the gates. As long as they don't cross any gates, they can choose whatever line they prefer, as long as they get through the gate, of course.
Yep, the big difference is you can cross your line. There's no problem with that. You can go through a gate backwards if you want. I mean, backwards in the reverse sense of the bike, not backwards through the actual gate. But the back wheel can go through the gate first, if need be. I've seen that done.
It's so difficult for these guys to have no real comparison to in the section because, of course, course, Jack has got the advantage qualifying first in the semis that he can watch everyone do all the lines in the section. It might not change his way of approaching the section, but he knows what's happening, and these guys have to almost guess what the perfect line is or what the best way forward in the section is. So not easy at all for them.
Oliver taking a different line there. He went for a gap where Yanis tried to go from the floor from the other side. It shows the difference. Straight away, Tom was in there to look from behind. So that's the advantage of going later.
And experienced riders, would you agree that they have a different eye on sections, on lines? They've already lived and went through this entire career. They've been there and they know what's happening. They know how terrain interacts.
That's right. And when they go training, they will try. A good rider training will try the things that they don't like and the things that they can't do. Because always in a trial there'll be something you look at and think, I don't like that. Normally I'd go from there. Maybe there's some tape or a marker that's stopping you. So the good ones will see all the different lines. And it will make a difference as well on the lines, whether they are left-footed or right-footed. You'll see Oliver setting off here now with his right foot.
Big
He actually leads. Yeah, powerful move. He leads, though, with his left foot. His normal balance position is left foot forward.
Yeah, that's great. Well done on that bid. Scoring some good points in this section.
That was the same girl. The girls went up. We see how easy that went over.
10 seconds left.
Only 10 seconds.
He's out of time there. But that was a good ride from him.
Yeah, very good ride. Some solid points there. So not only have obviously from this morning's semis, the obstacles got bigger and harder, but it seems like they've got longer as well. So we're not just fighting on skill, but on time.
It's quite clear that you can't get stuck in the beginning, or that puts so much pressure on you to rush the section afterwards.
Yes.
Such a mental game, trials.
Again, another different line.
Great to see that all of them have got like a different preference, and nobody's actually shy to go for that one. Yeah, he's learned from Oliver there.
Yeah, a good rider, if they're confident, won't mind doing a line that someone's not even attempted before them. They think they can do it. Lovely to front there. Seems to be moving quite quickly.
Tom has a quite strange setup with his stem being so short and his handlebars so narrow.
Yeah, and his handlebars aren't rolled that far forward. It's not the traditional modern style, really.
With handlebars being almost on the front tire.
Yeah, a lot of people have a long stem and rolled bars forward arrangement, so the bike's very comfortable on the back wheel.
I almost made up there. This is where Oliver had 2 goes out and lost too much time to really score points on the latter bit of the section. That's a big rock when he took the tape with him.
The tape, yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. He'd be very unhappy with that.
Of course, as you see, as soon as you've taken the tape, that's it. 5. But you keep the points from before that happened.
He's been a bit unlucky so far in this final, crashing on that first section. Now taking the tape with him.
Yeah, it's a shame. Fantastic qualification. So far, it's not going well for him. He got the knobbles on his rear tyre. into the tape and it just pulled it out.
Nicolas Valet coming up. He knows he can do this section, especially those first bits. The big power moves, he's always really strong at that. Oh, and the tape broke. They need to change that tape probably. That's gonna take some time.
Yeah, if the tape's got a rip in it, they'll change it for new tape because they don't want to risk it being a weak piece of tape and therefore it breaks when the next rider comes through and gets an unfair situation. Maybe that's not great when you're just waiting to ride the section in the final that you're having to stop and wait for this to happen. Nico's got enough experience though for not to bother him.
It's quite. These boys have been at the top of their game for quite a few years, but actually they're not very old. Like Nick was only 22 years old, which is quite incredible when you look at, for example, when we had a trial GP podiums lately. I mean, the trial GP opening weekend in Italy, for example, Takahisa Fujinami won. He's 41. Could you imagine someone at 41 doing these sections on a bicycle trial?
I think there's only one person that would, and that's Benito. Benito is the old guy, but still fantastic rider.
Benito Ross in a 20-inch category.
Yes.
That also shows the difference in bicycle trials compared to motorcycle trials is that we have a very young age group in bicycle trials, where our champions in motorcycle trials are a little bit more with respect on the older side.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Here we go with Nico. He knows he'll have to have some speed in the section to get to the end bit.
Again, even though he's seen these moves get done very easy by the previous rider, he's got his own line that he's confident with.
He made that look really easy.
Yeah, he's moving very quick now.
Kvalifikácii dosiahol rovno 400 bodov. Viac sa mu darilo v druhom kole, takže tam pridal napriek a dokázal nazbierať potrebné body.
That was a nice little move. Now we get to the serious stuff.
Is he looking at a gap here as well? This could be a different line again. Tom obviously took the tape having a run. Nico's looking at the gap.
I almost made it. He's going to have another go at it. This is costing him a lot of time. Because he only got 20 seconds left, so he'll have to make this to score any points. He's up. No, he's not up.
No.
So he's going to have a go at this line now. Made that look super easy.
Yeah, he'll be kicking himself now for wasting so much time on the other way.
That's so difficult to judge, huh? You have a preference for one line, doesn't work out, you do the other line that you didn't really want to do, and then you make that look easy.
Yeah, he'll regret that now.
Yeah.
See there.
Swearing at himself there.
Obviously wasn't really confident in that second line, but as it turned out, went up easy.
He scored 40 points in that section.
See what Jack can do. Super quick. Another line. I've not seen anyone do this one.
From the other side.
jazdu, rovnako tak celé preteky s prehľadom vyhral kvalifikáciu a vidíme, že sekcia číslo 2
Right, he's not wasting any time whatsoever on the small bits. He knows that to score big in this section, he'll need to get up that next bit now that's coming up. Waste no time there, and then he has a shot at the last bit.
The big thing with Jack, he doesn't waste any time getting ready. Straight into position, goes. Wow.
Right. Minute 10 to go.
So Nico ran out of time at that point, and Jack's still got a minute to go. Must be two gates, slightly different. You can see the original line was up the large bit, must be to the right hand side slightly. Yep. Very nice.
That's 5 already. 50 points in this section for him already.
And still 35 seconds.
And one more gate to go.
This looks a big move.
That rock looks massive.
And he made it look easy.
10 seconds. Easy. What a great ride. Wow. Impressive.
Fantastic.
Impressive from Jack. 60 points in that section.
Yeah, clean ride and very, very quick all the way through.
That extends his lead to 30 over Nicolas Valle. Jack leading by 110 points. Nicolas Valle on 80. Oliver Whitman on 70. And then going forward with 4th and 5th, Tom Blazer and Yanis on 50 and 20.
There were so many line choices in that last section. Everybody seemed to do every rock different to all the other riders. Nice to see, actually.
Oh, he was so unlucky with that tape, Tom Blazer.
There just wasn't enough traction for the front wheel there for Nico.
Strangely enough, that last rock that looked the biggest of the section was actually quite straightforward. Is it just Jack, or he was comfortable on time there, so he could really think about it? But
I think it's difficult to say. It certainly looked easier, but was that Jack or was that the rock?
tire section coming up. There were some big gaps there. One of the more difficult sections this morning in the semis. Seems like every 5 years they put a tractor tire higher for everyone.
Yeah. Decide it's too easy. We'll put another one on top. Yeah, you can certainly see a big step there. One of the later gates.
Onto the back wheel. It's a good thing it's not raining and the weather is great, because these tires, when they get wet, it's not easy at all to find any sort of grip on them.
Yanis in a hook. Trying very good. It'll give him some confidence for the later moves.
There's
Now
a
it's
very
in
cool,
good
very cool bit coming up now between them trees.
Yeah.
That was great. 30 already. These sections have been built really well, building up the level throughout the section.
Yeah, there's different trains of thought with laying the sections out for these new rules. I personally like to see them get gradually harder through the section, so the good riders get further on in the section and get more points. But, we've been to events where actually the first gate out of the 6 has been the hardest.
Exactly.
So
And
riders
everybody
get 0 or 60.
and everybody wants to see the good riders get to the end
Yeah,
and make the difference. That was super tricky.
yeah, it was very difficult going in that direction.
And he was under time pressure as well, not having a lot of time left in that section.
But that was a good ride for him to get 40 points in that section where the 2 previous ones he'd only got 10 in each.
Next up, Oliver Whitman, who's in 3rd after 2 sections. Not far off Nicolas Vallet.
Oliver Wiedmann z Německa. Člen klubu BMX Club Württemberger.
I wonder if somebody will go for that gap rather than dropping in the bottom. I'll save some time. Nice move from Oliver there. He had the momentum and the weight over the front to get the back wheel up rather than going into a hook. Saved him so much time.
You straight away understand as well, looking at this live stream, how important core balance is for a trials rider. If you look up from just on that point between the trees, the bike is working against the body. You have to really work against everything that's moving below you to keep that balance going. Such a strength game.
Yeah, a lot of the riders spend a lot of time in the gym doing core strength work and also power for the legs. There's be a gap to the top. No, nice move though.
Impressive to see how they use them tires as sort of springs.
Yeah, he used it then, definitely. Let the back wheel tap down and use the momentum to get back up.
So if you're wondering why he's not using that tire on the left side here to jump onto the big one, there's a tape on the bottom, so he's not allowed to go on there. But that didn't bother him. Made that look super easy. 20 seconds to go. One more gate to go through. Ooh. Almost. Or not.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to go to front wheel on top. Not been a hook available.
So difficult because in training you would have enough time to really go for that and take your time. With just 9 seconds to go, knowing that it's one go or you fail at it, makes it so much more difficult, of course.
Yeah, and also in training, you'd have a chance to try all the different techniques. On steps like that now, there's not just one technique anymore. There's many, many different techniques, and each one works slightly different and slightly better in different occasions. So again, it's reading the section correctly.
Oliver scored 50 points in that section, so he's gradually improving in this event, in this final. Oh, almost. Couldn't get that weight going forward. Can't afford to lose too much time here.
Same technique as Yanis now. That was nice.
klobu dole pred organizátormi tohto podujatia, domácim usporiadateľským klubom Trial by Trial Klub Poprad, že dokáže už 2 roky za sebou organizovať svetové podujatie takejto úrovne v rámci trialu.
Onto the bouncy bit. Oh, he's gone straight for it. Wow. That was different.
That was so much on the edge. It didn't look like it was going, but he threw his weight forward again, like a second move, and I got the back to lift.
He's going to go from the left side on this on this tire.
That was very good again. And he's run out of time.
That was a decent ride from him. Absolutely.
Yeah, he struggled on the first bit, but he certainly pulled some moves out the bag later on.
This was epic.
See there, he just put his second move in, which is so difficult to do. And you're already committed to move again. Very good.
Moving forward, Nico. Currently under pressure from Oliver Whitman, so he knows he needs to score good points in this section to keep his advantage over him. And if you really want to have a go at that last bit and score maximum points here, you can't really afford to waste too much time in the beginning, which he isn't doing. Make easy work of that first or that second gate. The back wheel.
Shows the difference in level here. Some of the other riders were using that smaller tire to get onto this one, where Nico's got the confidence just to go straight onto it and go for the gap, I would expect.
Yeah, easy. Made easy work of that. And he still has decent time to finish this section right up till the end. 40 seconds to go. That should be enough in theory. Come on, Nico. Yeah, great.
That's a very nice technique.
He's side hopping this one. That should be a good one. We know he has a really high side hop rocket. Easy. Wow, that was impressive. He'd be happy with that.
Still some more to go.
Oh, almost. He knew he didn't have much time left for that one. 50 points in this section. Same as Oliver.
So there's still more to go after that side up.
Such a long section again.
Yeah. And all very slow and hard at the very end. Need to be getting to that last few moves with a lot of time. And this is where Jack makes the difference. He'll go very fast from the very beginning to make sure he's got that time at the end.
Is this something that he's always done, or is this something he's taught himself in training?
He's always been quick, but he definitely has taken it on board and trains for this.
Because physically, this is super demanding to do. Because he's not taking any breaths whatsoever.
He trains so hard, long sections, and trains going very, very fast, so he's used to this. He won't be feeling out of breath really at this stage.
Yeah, that was
Nearly a minute left.
exactly. Doing the side up from the other side.
Yeah, of course, Jack's left-footed, whereas Nico's right-footed, so they always have a preference in the direction they go for side hopping. Now he's taking a breather to make sure he gets this big move.
Is there much difference in height for between the two sides for a rider? Like on a side hop?
A lot of riders, yeah. Wow.
He still has 25 seconds left. Wow. Okay then.
Different again. Yeah, back to the side hop. I think when you're learning side hopping, there's a massive difference between good side and bad side. And the better you get, obviously, the more the riders will practice the bad side. And so I think the gap comes down slightly.
And what is the height of the side hop that someone like Jack can do?
That's a good question. 50 plus inches, but what's that? 1 point. I bet he's even more than that, actually. A lot of people measure things, and Jack's not one of those riders. He won't tell you he's done 50 something inches. He just says, done that. A lot of riders will measure, oh, I've managed to do this kind of side up, but this kind of gap.
Well, he likes to keep everyone guessing, of course. You don't want to give away all your secrets. With that maximum right, Jack is comfortably in the lead with 170 points, and Nico and Oliver very, very close to each other. Only 10 points separate both boys.
Oliver's definitely finding his feet in this final. Onto the concrete in section 4.
Janus first up again.
Nice hook there in the first move.
Finalistu, ktorý skončil po kvalifikácii na 5. mieste, a to je Janis Oink z Nemecka.
$20 points so far.
Such a short run up to that big step. Almost got that one.
Yeah, there's no hook available, so we need to go straight from the initial splat onto the top. This is really eating into his time.
Yeah, there won't be much time left after this one. Yes.
Yeah, very good. It was good that he kept persevering there to try the move. Got him that extra 10 points.
It seems like the level of this section is up again compared to the previous section with the tires, where everybody got going to 30, 40 points. whereas this one is already a step up again.
Ktorí sledujú priamy online prenos na stránkach jitsi.com, ale aj na YouTube profile.
Oliver Whitman coming up now. He knows he can put pressure on Nico by scoring big points in this section. Can't afford to waste too much time early on. He's seen Janis struggle in the middle a bit, which is coming up here.
This looks an awkward move from this angle. You can see there they're going up the side of the concrete, of the angled part. Very good.
Made that look super easy. Got good time left. Here we get to that bit that Janis struggled with. He's up there, no problem whatsoever.
That saved him about a minute. Very nice. Very confident there. Nice side hop.
He's up there as well.
Very good.
So here we go to the end bit of the section. Bit of a tight spot there.
This looks a big move to front.
Yes, he made that good. Made that work. Looks like he hit the bash there.
Yeah.
Or the pedal. Because he didn't get any points for that bit.
Only 5 seconds. There's a big move at the end.
That's great for him to have a go at it. Decided he didn't want to have a go at it anymore after time.
That was a good performance. Put some pressure on Nico.
Scoring 40 points in this section. Let's move on with Tom. Here we go.
Made that look very easy and also was very quick.
Very difficult to judge for our viewers how the angles, they are awkward in this section in some bits. Difficult to judge the actual height of these obstacles unless you're standing in front of them. Because we're talking about 170, 180 in meters. Not quite up there. Observers watching each other because he went really close to the marker there. Not sure if they give him a 5 or not. Doesn't look like it. He's still good to go. Up with a side hop. 3 more obstacles in this section. This is the first one. And he's up. That must have hurt on his back.
Yeah, and that should count as a dab actually. Don't know whether they missed that.
I think they were all surprised that he did that move.
Yeah, it's been given 0 for this gate already.
And we're out of time. Not happy with that ride.
No, it looked like he could have got an extra 20 points there quite easily.
It looks like he's riding well, but he's just missing that last 10% to really score big in the sections.
Yes.
And here we go with Nico. This is the sort of section he really excels at.
Super quick.
Big stuff, big moves. If you look on his social media accounts, especially on Instagram, you see some big movies, big stuff from him in his posts. Just having a feel for that one. Didn't feel like it was going to go for him. Did second time, no problem. Decided to take some more space.
Yeah, an awkward angle here with the. You can see that the block before is just taped off. He made that very easy.
And here we get to the last 3 big moves. See what Nico can do. The side up should be easy for him. No problem.
I expect Nico to go to front on this move.
He'll have to move fast with 18 seconds still to go. There's not much room for that last bit anymore. Oh, it made that super easy. That's 50 already, but he has no time left for that last one. Such a shame. We really want to see someone get up there. But with that ride, he gives himself a little bit more room. He puts a bit more points between him and Oliver Whitman, with just 1 section to go after this one.
Wow. Straight to back wheel.
Exactly. He knows he needs at least 10-15 seconds to do that last bit, so he needs to get a move on now. That's 2 gates done. Straightforward with the side up, no problem. Still has a minute left in the section. 2 more difficulties to get over. Loads of time for that last bit. 50 seconds to go.
He's looking so relaxed, so much in control.
Everyone's cheering him on to get on there. Can he make it work? He's up there already. No problem, impressive. What a ride. That's another maximum score in that section.
And 20 seconds left. Fantastic.
That was an impressive ride.
He didn't really even look like he was trying there.
16. hodina a 30. minúta, kedy mali vyštartovať borci v kategórii Elite Men 20 a my ešte len štartujeme.
And that's it for 4 sections with Jack leading comfortably on 230. Remind you, on a possible of 240, he's got 230. And Nikos Valle is in second with 180, and Oliver Whitman is in third on 160. So at the moment, the big question is, will Nikos take second, or will Oliver still manage to score more points in that last section and take second away from Nico? And we've seen with the ladies that last section is with the balance beams and with the big locks should be quite a nice decider for this event, for this final.
Môžete poprosiť? Môžete ísť trošku odtiaľ preč? Nevidím cez vás, bohužiaľ.
The final starts 15 minutes later.
So on your screen, provisional standings, 1 section to go.
Inak nezavádzajú tie.
Diana's up first again. Here we go. This is the sort of stuff you guys do in shows. I've seen last weekend Adam doing a show in Sheffield. And there was a beam like this, more or less. So difficult for balance.
Yeah, a lot of people think that just the large things are the sections that people should practice.
Just missed that one.
But a lot of people, a lot of the good riders do spend a lot of time practicing these beams and these narrow takeoffs. Balance is so important.
There's absolutely no room for error there. He only missed the back wheel by, what, an inch? Probably,
yes.
Maybe?
Yeah, first time he wasn't far enough across, then second time a little bit too far.
Let's see how Oliver does this bit. He knows he needs to score big in this section to have a shot at that second position. Oh, almost had it. Lost balance there.
This is where, again, the core strength comes in. If you can jump the gap and stay on the back wheel, it will save a lot of time.
And of course, keeping a cool head for this bit is quite difficult because you know you need to move forward. And if you have a... Oh, that's good.
Very nice. That's a tough gate for the first gate.
Minute to go, he's on 20. So difficult because of course that log isn't straight. It's got a lot of little bumps in there, and he needs to get some speed to get over the bit ahead of him.
Yeah, this looks very awkward. That lump there in the log, spoiling the run-up.
He used his
Using
foot,
his pedal. Yeah.
but at least he's up. He just had lost too much time in the beginning on that first gate already. Such a shame.
This is a tough section.
Absolutely.
If you can get that initial beam right first time, you'll have so much time to do the rest of these obstacles.
He scores 20 in the section. That puts him now level with Nicolas Valle, basically meaning that Nicolas just has to do the first gate, score points there, and he's sure of second position today. Tom in fourth position now already knows he's in fourth, so he can almost have a play at this section. Really go for it. Doesn't have to look at anything, not calculating points or whatever. Let's see how he does here. Looks like he has it. Oh, look at that balance.
Very nice. You noticed he put a little bit of a turn in mid-air, which made the actual turn on the beam a lot smaller. Oh.
Having to wait for it there. But still going well. Still good. Now we get to the really difficult bit in this section. Yeah, the run-up is so difficult on this bit. He's having to dip into it a little bit. Wow.
Very good.
He made that look very easy.
Yeah, he had the confidence to almost ignore the dip, paddle through. Finishing very strong.
Still has time in this section to score more. Yeah, he's up there as well. Asking the observer for time. Yeah, he's up there. Yeah, he's finishing here on a high this section, the trial, the event.
Yeah, good strong finish from Tom there.
Yeah, it was an excellent ride for him.
Like you say, his finishing position was already pretty much decided, so maybe he was just a bit more relaxed.
Pressure was off.
Yep.
Let's see what Nika can do in this last section. Straight away going for the side up here. Yeah, that was quick and easy. This is the sort of stuff as well that all the top riders have at home. They probably do that 5 times before breakfast, 5 times afterwards, and how many more times each day?
Yeah, a lot of these riders have some small setup in the gardens.
Having a little breather before he tackles that big log. Oh, that was an unexpected dab there. Because he was up there really easy.
Yeah, I thought he was up there, but
.37 seconds to go for Nico in this section. He'll know he'll finish in second today. Yep, that's good. He's on 40 now. On 30, sorry. Now we get to the tricky bit. Yes, well done. Unfortunately, he's run out of time. Finishes on a high on 50. He's happy with that.
Again, it's going to take a quick ride to be able to get to the last gate.
He's finishing on 40 in that last section, meaning that Jack already has won the trial before the last section. Let's see what he can do in this one. Can he get to the end of the section? That's going to be the big question. Okay.
And he made that look so easy.
It's even difficult for the observers to get out of the way when Jack is riding because he made such quick, unexpected moves that some of them have to like leap away when he comes through. Because you can see the observer running behind him. Jack still has a minute 15 left in this section. He's got the crowd going for him. Already on 40 now.
It's almost a demonstration for him at this point.
Such a difficult bit to get onto that beam with speed. Having to feel the back wheel is on there, having the confidence to not really go for it. Yes. Not much speed there either, just rolling it.
Yeah, as long as you come onto that beam nicely centered with enough speed, the move is quite easy.
25 seconds left. One more gate to go. Yes. Well done. What a ride for Jack. What a
That
big
was a
win for him.
bit of a masterclass there.
Absolutely. That's his first win in 20 months. He's happy with that. He knows
20 months since riding a trial, and
he knows that all the hard work he's done in that time is he's ready for what's coming ahead in a few weeks' time. What a ride. You can score a maximum of 300 points in a trial, and he scored 290. Just that first section where he lost some points at the end bit. Or the timing, there was actually a timing issue in the end bit. So
purely time, and it was probably only 1 second. That just shows his dominance today. That sends a message out to his rivals for the World Championships in a few weeks.
They know what to do in the remaining 6 weeks up to the World Championship. Yeah, no doubt there. Made that look super easy. And that last bit was pretty straightforward for Jack. Yeah, he was happy with that. Here we see final results of the 26-inch final with Jack Carty winning on 290.